Here we go. And we are live.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our last PTC meeting of the year. We're at the end of the school year, and we were in school the whole year. Yay! We're going to give it just another minute or two for everyone to get signed in. Does anyone have any exciting summer plans coming up?
Not yet. Working on it.
Yeah, haven't quite had any plans either yet, too. Just trying to figure something out, or can I do plans? I have enough money for plans. Sorry, I'm in the middle of eating dinner, and yes, I just took a bite. Please excuse me. Hope we're all okay. We're at home.
So many people.
Yes. I know Richard texted me. He said he's just going to be a few minutes late. I've not heard from Shonda yet. Or sorry, Mrs. Sewell. Okay, well, I think what we'll go ahead and do is go ahead and start, or at least breeze over everything. Let me go over the agenda. So if anyone has any questions, they can reach out. So here's our agenda. Sorry, I was writing who's here for attendance. Just going over the agenda and doing welcome to the members. We'll see if Mrs. Sewell is present to do the principal's report. Then we'll see if a teacher is present for a teacher's moment. We haven't had any teachers this year yet on our meeting.
We had one, the multicultural night lady.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. You're right. I'm so out of it. I can't remember her name, but I can picture her. Okay, I'm going to go on before I seem stupid. Her off really bad today. And then we'll go over treasurer's report. If Katie has anything that we need to do. I know we kind of did majority of a lot of it at the board. So, but then we'll go over new business, starting with the book fair that's going on this week. A couple of other events that will be happening. Well, one at the end of this week, hopefully. Then we have the field day and then voting in next year's board and figuring out times for the PTC meeting. So it's kind of our big wrap-up year. Any questions about the agenda?
I think we're good.
Okay, so just as a reminder, yes, we all are at home and we got busy lives. You can either try doing a cool filter that I really just figured out last week. So if you can't figure out how to do that, don't worry. I didn't either until last week. So you can have the cool background behind you. You don't have to be on camera, only if you want to be, but we do ask that everyone kind of stays muted, just because we know kids do come in the background and kind of scream and yell, and we're at home and have lives. I did email out the April meeting minutes. Did anybody not receive it and want to receive a copy before we approve the meeting minutes? Okay. No one spoke up or anything, so I'm going to assume we're okay. Does anybody want to review anything for April meeting? Okay, I think everyone's really quiet and wants to get going on for their evening. So either thumbs up in the chat box on YouTube, just need an approval or disapproval. Majority kind of goes here. Adam, are you able to double check to make sure there's nothing on YouTube about anything yet?
Yeah, I'm checking the line, but we got no chatter yet.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I always appreciate all of your extra comments there. I always review them. Thank you. Okay, so Mrs. Sewell is not here. I do know that there's been a lot of district meetings on the third Tuesdays of the month, same as our PTC meetings. So I believe she's probably on that. And do we have a teacher on the meeting? I don't think so, but in case I'm just skipping over somebody, do we have anyone who works in the school? Okay. All right. And then Katie, I just put this in for verification. Did we have anything for treasurer's report? You're muted, but I think I lip read no.
Yeah, no, nothing to add on treasurer's report. I'm going to start doing our end of year wrap up and get that all sorted out. But we're kind of at the end.
Perfect. I know a bunch of teachers have emailed me about they've turned in reimbursements. Unfortunately, I just did not have time to run to the school and then to run them over to you before the meeting. So we'll just hold off those reimbursements to the board meeting in June. Well, then we'll go right into new business unless there's anything that needs to be covered before we do.
I'm excited for tomorrow night.
Yes. Well, we'll let Richard and I'm going to have to get your name. Adriana? How do you?
Adriana. It's okay. Adriana.
I can't read. We'll just go with that. Adriana. So we'll give it over to Richard and Adriana to talk about what is going on this week in our big event.
Do you want to speak, Adriana?
Oh, sure.
No.
Let me know if I forget anything. So yesterday we had preview day. Today and for the rest of the week we'll have book sales in the school from during their lunch recesses, 11 to 1. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we are having a family event for the book fair, and the book fair will be moved down to the cafeteria and will run from 5 to 7:30 p.m. tomorrow.
I'm sorry, Richard. Did it get changed? Are we in the library or the cafeteria tomorrow?
Oh, sorry, the library.
Oh,
Library.
In the library.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. I just wanted to make sure.
It used to be in the gym. It's in the library now.
And today was a pretty busy day. Lots of kids in today. Between yesterday and with the teachers buying books, and today we bring in about a little over $1,500. Yeah.
Yeah, we had long lines.
Long lines. So far it's going good. We'll be open the rest of the week during lunches, like she said, and tomorrow night.
Richard, can you guys explain what's going on tomorrow night in case there's any parents that haven't heard?
It's book fair only. It'll be up in the library. The rest of the school will be closed down, so there won't be no roaming around in the halls or anything to classes or anything, because that's got canceled. So it'll just be going upstairs and to the library to purchase books with your kids. I think we're going to have a raffle for books. The first the first 100 customers get a free book bag. And that's pretty much it. Just sell books. Come and enjoy. It is a buy one, get one free. So you buy one book, you get another one free. And that even includes the toys this year too.
Wow.
Yeah, they changed it.
So if anyone's a little bit confused, PTC had heard that there was going to be a school event tomorrow night. We were that event actually got canceled, but we're still allowed to have the book fair inside the school. So I know some parents have heard about it, and that's why we just want to stipulate that the school will not be open. That was our mistake for telling people about it, and some other parents had heard, and so there has been that change. I do not know of the reason the change. Mrs. Sewell just said it was beyond her means of the change. So I'm guessing it was something from district.
But there was a flyer that went out, and I think it went out a little bit late. So hopefully everybody got them.
I got mine with my daughter today.
Did you?
Yeah.
The green one, or the one that says the thing's been canceled? The whole thing.
The thing that the event has been canceled.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
I did order new books today and yesterday for more books for the library because we did sell a lot. So hopefully get them all in tomorrow for tomorrow night. And we also, if the shipment comes tomorrow, we will have books for teenagers too.
Do we know if the books will be there tomorrow, or is it kind of, we'll see?
We'll see. I won't know not until in the morning. I call in the morning and check the tracking on with the Scholastic and see if it's going to be delivered that day or the next day. And the pickup order that I pick up tomorrow, I can't pick that up until noon. So with what books are going to be in the library, in the book fair that are in there now is the only books for sale until after I go to the warehouse and pick up the other ones at noon.
Are you going to have enough volunteers during lunchtime to be able to go do that? One did respond back to me and confirm for tomorrow.
The one that we spoke of?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have volunteers there, but I can just do it right after we're done. I mean,
after 1 o'clock.
Basically, we're going to be done at 12:45, 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So you'll have time to go there.
Actually, it's going to be done at 12:45 because there were so many kids in there today that the office came up and wanted us to kick kids out when their time was up.
Oh.
And it was so hectic that you couldn't really. I mean, I couldn't pay attention to the time because it was so busy.
Yeah.
And didn't realize it, and couldn't really pay attention to what kids were in there and when they were supposed to go back. So it kind of got hectic, and they came up and let us know that, and gave us the times and let us know that we need to kick them out next time.
Yeah, I would definitely like 5 minutes before say if you're not in line to purchase, you need to go.
And they kind of changed the lunch around from, what it used to be before COVID, because before COVID, kids went to lunch and ate their lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Then after lunch, they went to recess. Now they go to recess and then they go to lunch.
Oh yeah, so they were missing lunch.
Yes, and a lot of it's been harder because we're way up there in that room away from the cafeteria.
Yeah.
that's a lot of it. A lot of the hardness too, because kids got to travel way up there and then travel way back down to get to their lunch.
Hey, but they're making that travel for the book fair. That just shows how much they've really missed it this past, what, 2.5 years?
Well, yeah, those kids are coming anywhere for the book fair, but
Yeah.
in that building.
Okay.
But like room 100 was the best place to have it because there was a door in and door out, but things changed.
Well,
So
maybe
it is what it is, and that's where we had it. And that's
Well,
where it'll be.
maybe next year we can have it back in room 100.
We'll see.
Okay. So anybody have any questions about book fair for Richard and Adriana?
Audrey, that's okay. Do I have any questions?
Well, does anybody have any questions for you guys about book fair or?
There was a question on YouTube on whether or not masks are required.
They are optional.
What?
If masks are required, are you talking about the family night or the
Yes,
Maps?
masks required for the family
Masks.
night, and I said that they were recommended but not required.
Yeah, the district just released something today. Well, not the district, but Multnomah County, about the highly encouraging people to wear masks indoors.
Oh, mask.
However, the school is not requiring everybody. So
Okay. No, I haven't heard anything about anybody requiring any mask yet. I know there was a mix up this morning because I was kind of in a hurry to get upstairs and get stuff started. So get back upstairs. So I came down to put the last flyers, the reminder flyers of family night book fair, and I didn't take off the top sheet. And so they pulled them all and they were going to throw them away because the top sheet was an old one and the new ones were underneath. And when I put them in the boxes, I was such in a hurry, I didn't even think of taking that top sheet off and throwing it away. So they were all new sheets with the new information. So hopefully those went out today or they'll go out tomorrow, and we'll get a lot of business.
I think we will. And I did work it out with my work. I'm going to get off at 3:00. And so we can kind of start setting things up.
I'd like to ask you a question. What'd you do in the past for, in the past we used to get pizza for all the people that are working the book fair.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that tomorrow? Did you have them delivered?
Oh, when we had the all-day Saturday events? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, we did it on nighttime book fairs too. When we, back in 2019, we got pizza for all the, well, no, I don't think we did because that one, there was a Title I.
Yeah, the pizza was provided by Title I for the family night.
Yeah, well, tomorrow's not going to be nothing. So I was just wondering if we can get some pizzas and use it out of that book fair, the book fair money that I'm allowed.
Probably.
Or get it delivered or something to the front door.
If you haven't spent any money on like decorations and stuff for this book fair,
I haven't. That's why I was going to ask if we could use some of that to order some pizza.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
So all the helpers will be able to eat something because they ain't going to be able to leave to go back for dinner or anything until after 8:00.
Okay. Kitty, do you know how much money we have in that account, or can you look that up, or do you need me to look that up?
I mean, I think it's around $200
per fair.
Yeah, I think the account is $200 total.
Yeah.
Okay, because we didn't use any in this fall. Then.
No.
Okay. Okay, so then thumbs up or thumbs down or message or type if you approve for us to go ahead and use that $200 for pizza.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I know, just in case anyone had any questions or anything. Thank you, Maria. So Richard, are you going to work on that, or do you need me to work on getting us pizzas?
If you could do that, please.
Okay, then we will talk afterwards to know about how many pizzas and what time, and I can work on that. Okay.
The only thing else I could say about book fair is Adriana's coming along great. She's taking notes, and she's learning very well. She did her first speech yesterday on at preview, and she did an awesome job, better than I could do.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate he's been a good teacher, good tutor.
And she learned some from Amanda, because Amanda was there too, doing a bunch of speeches, and then Amanda had to go do something. So I go, "You want to go do it?" And she said, "Yeah." She got up there
I really
and did it.
appreciate Amanda and Anne and Sherry. Oh, hello. Helping. I see multiple hands are needed, so that's been nice.
That was awesome. I didn't know Amanda and Anne were going to be there today.
Yeah, they were there yesterday.
Oh.
Anne wasn't there today. She had to go get a crown on her tooth or something like that. Get that nice drilling job done.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Hopefully she feels better.
But she'll be there the rest of the week and all day tomorrow and all day and tomorrow night.
Nice. Alrighty, so book fair tomorrow evening. Front doors will be open at 5 p.m. to 7:30 is when the book fair will need to close. So friends, family, come to the school, and you can shop in the book fair in the school library. And then we still have the book fair open tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday during lunch.
Yep.
And we have the online sales as well. If anyone doesn't want to go to the school or just send their kid with money, you can purchase online.
Or use e-wallets.
Yep, or use e-wallets.
They're in the information's in the flyers you got.
Richard, Maria typed a message in asking what forms of payment does book fair take?
Cash, check, and credit card. Or you can do an e-wallet go online and do an e-wallet.
Debit card is also usable, not just credit. You can use debit too.
I think we tried using a debit card today and it wouldn't do it, not unless it has a Visa sign on it.
So any major MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover, but it has to have those logos, not just an ATM card.
Yeah, Mrs. Long's daughter came up and she had her own debit card or whatever it was, and that wouldn't go through. So she had to leave her stuff and then get her credit card from her mom.
It's probably
it was because it was a green light card. It didn't have a Visa, MasterCard, anything like that on there. I looked on Scholastic's website. They do not accept green light cards, but that's the only form of payment that won't work according to their website because I looked it up later.
Yeah, as long as it has a Visa or MasterCard emblem on there, it should work. And then cash. That's it.
Maria, if you have any more questions, please go ahead and either type them in and then we'll answer them towards the end, or we'll reach out to you later on. If you want an email or phone call, I can definitely reach out to you, or you can email me or call me. I'm North Gresham PTC at gmail.com. If you have any more questions about forms of payment, or if anybody has any questions. Just want to make sure there's nothing else about book fair before we move on.
Nothing I can think of right now.
Okay. So back in April, we had talked about how PTC spring event was being canceled due to no ideas and lack of volunteers. And then an EA in our school, Kayla, came up to me and she had an idea to do a candy gram for Friendship Day. And so basically, I guess Friday is Friendship Day. And so her and some of the other EAs are going to go around and help the kids. They actually went out and bought candy bars. And the kids will be able to gift one candy bar to a friend for Friendship Day. So John can gift one to, I don't know, Linda. Linda can gift one to Karen. It just, the kids get a pick. And then as I understand it, extra candy grams can be purchased for additional 50 cents. I don't know if the additional purchase is including now or later. But PTC is buying the candy grams for each kid to hand out to a friend. So that is going to be our spring event. Just unfortunately, with not too many people there. And I know with it being book fair week, trying to pull volunteers from book fair to help out with candy grams was going to be a little bit hard. So the EAs are taking on this event for us. And I think some of the other school staff and teachers are also going to be helping out. So if you kid comes home on Friday and talks about how they got a candy from a friend, you know where that candy came from. Next thing is we are having field day on June 14th. It is a Tuesday, second to last day of the school year. The times are, I've been told, is kindergarten and first will be from 9 to 10:30. Fourth and fifth grade will be from 11 to 12:30. Second and third grade will be from 1 to 2:30. Mrs. Blank is asking for volunteers. Ultimately, she's going to have 12 stations. And she'd like a parent volunteer to stay at that station while the classes move around. The teachers will also be with the class and have to stay with the class, but they want a parent volunteer at the station like this. If this is the beanbag toss, basically you make sure to get all the bean bags back and, explain to the kids what to do. So she does want a parent there at each time frame. One of the stations will be a popcorn, water, and bubbles station, and PTC has a popcorn maker. So at some point I will go into the office and maybe if I can get some help, need to clean out a popcorn maker, and we need to figure out how to make popcorn and see if our popcorn stuff is good. Because it's been, I think, over 2 years since we've made popcorn. So if anyone's willing to help out with that, I'll probably be like on an evening or something. But we do need lots of volunteers on the actual event day for June 14th. It's a 1-day big event, lots of kids having fun. It's pretty much outside, rain or shine, I believe, but in June, I think we'll be okay with it. It's a lot of fun. There are breaks in between. So if you can only stay until like a certain time, no problem. Just know that the groups that will need somebody is between 9 and 10:30, 11 and 12:30, 1 and 2:30. And I believe she is asking for all volunteers to be out there at least 15 minutes ahead of time to get directions. And then we'll have to kind of not pack everything away in between, but kind of clean it up. So, and anytime you guys can help out, please either email me. You can go on Facebook. I believe the school also sent a letter out and a Remind app. You do have to be approved by the district because you will be working with kids during the school day. So you do have to have the district application approved. And that does take 2 weeks to do it. So if you haven't done it yet and you want to help out at field day, I would say get that done by next week. So everything is approved and done through by June 14th. Any questions anybody has about either the spring event or the field day? Adam, can you check just to make sure there's nothing been on YouTube that we haven't addressed?
No, we're good on YouTube right now.
Okay. Okay, so moving along to next thing, other than book fair is kind of the biggest thing that we have. So every year the PTC board positions are open for anyone to say, I will help out. Currently, we have 3 current board members and 1 ex-board member on the call. So if anybody has any questions between the 4 of us, we have done these positions. But basically, we do have 1 parent. Her name is Katie Hall, and she has said that she would be next year's PTC treasurer. Our current Katie, treasurer, you talked to her and everything's good. Did she get all of her questions answered?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So I'm sorry?
I was like, I'm not good with my cat sitting directly in front of my camera right now, but when a cat does what it wants, it's what it wants.
Yeah, you don't want to make it mad. So, Katie Hall said she would step up to be the treasurer. We'll do the official vote in just a minute. But in order to continue PTC, we do have to have 3 positions. There has to be a president, a secretary, and a treasurer. We have more board positions available, just like we have vice president, co-treasurer, and volunteer coordinator. The only position that's on the board that is not optional is what do I want to say? Is the school principal. You can't be voted. You have to be hired, and that's a big old other area. So I know Katie is willing to be the treasurer. I didn't know if anybody had any questions or concerns. So Maria, are you in? So we have somebody for treasurer. We need somebody to be the president to lead and to just kind of organize. I thought it was going to be tons of stuff. It is tons of stuff, but I can do a lot of it in the evenings or weekends, or you can do it during your when your children are at school. So we do need a president and a secretary, but we also have vice president.
So that's what a chair is. A chair is a president.
I figured it was, but I don't know if she wants to be president or, well, we kind of need a president before we get a vice president. But I don't know if you have any questions.
No, I can do president. I just would want someone to hand off the baton. I'd want to be able to talk to someone and kind of get, because I'm new to North Gresham as well. I have a kindergartner, so. Sorry, I'm outside at gymnastics.
It's okay. I think a couple of us have sometimes done this from the car because our kids were at events, so don't worry. Well, Maria, do I have your email or your phone number?
Yeah, it's pdxmaria at Gmail.
Okay, what I will do is I will text you my number, and then we can call and talk on the phone. And I'd be willing to, help you out for next year and answer questions and stuff like that. We will be in the school tomorrow if you want to come and talk to us personally. If not, the only time I'm not available is like from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. So, because that's when I work. So we can definitely meet and talk.
Okay. Yeah. My summer schedule's crazy. I work 80 hours over the summer, but in the fall I'll be fine.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I can get together.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Maria, for helping out, and we'll definitely reach out to you and go over more details and answer questions and show you things.
Okay.
So we will need at least a secretary if someone is available. If not, we can at least try this for next year to go on.
I thought Shonda said she had someone lined up for secretary last I talked to her.
We had a parent who was interested, yes. Unfortunately, that parent has found out that she got into her master's program and will be taking classes next year. So she unfortunately is not able to step up anymore. So, things happen. Hey, 3 years when I started, I didn't expect COVID. I haven't gotten one full year in the school of all of our events. So, but we'll all work together. Okay, so Maria is willing to be president and Katie Hall is willing to be treasurer. Is there any other questions or anybody else would like any information? Okay, so then I am going to ask either to type in the message or thumbs up or thumbs down. This is going to be official vote versus doing a Google thing later on. But is everyone okay with Maria taking over as president for next year and Katie taking over as treasurer for next year? We do need everybody, so either thumbs up, thumbs down, or message it in the message. Did everybody, I think everybody either unmute it or did it. I just want to make sure nobody has any other questions or concerns. Okay.
I think everybody gave you a thumbs up.
Yes, I was just writing the notes so we can get it in. Perfect. All righty. So then last thing before we officially end is going to be PTC meetings next year. Do we still want them on the third Tuesday of the month? There's typically been a lot of district meetings, and I know that's a lot with COVID. So I don't know if we want to officially announce a change or if we want to keep it. And then the other thing is, are we going to have it in school or online or both next year? Or should we wait until the fall and find out what COVID restrictions are?
For me, I mean, it's because I have little ones at home, it's easier for me to do it at home, but I don't know how many are in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm fine with at home. Maybe if we could do like one or two in person. I don't know if that would bring more people on, or just even having that option. And then, or is it possible to do a poll? The parents' poll?
We could certainly try that. I would probably have to talk to Nina, Mrs. TomTom, and see about setting something on like the Remind app that parents could access.
Or even like something informal like on the Facebook.
Yeah, we can work on that as well.
Okay. Just to get an idea, I don't know if, it would affect attendance if everybody could come on a Monday, or I don't know. I haven't seen it before here, so I'm like, oh, the attendance is so small. I don't know what the
Generally, I've been on since my kid was in kindergarten. He's now in 5th grade. Pretty much we usually do it in the school, and usually champions are there to watch any school age children. Any under school age children, we've just allowed them in the room, and usually the parents have like some quiet activity for them to do at another table, or they've sat right next to the parent. And then usually like in September, October, even in November, we have a lot of parents present. And then kind of as the year goes along, we don't have as many parents present during the event until the end of the year. And then usually like April and May kind of kick up is kind of the trend I have seen. Of course, last couple of years we've been online, and I think this might be the most that we've had. I know we had a lot like in September, and I can check those notes. That's how we did it in the past. I was hoping by the end of this year, we could like meet in the school, but still have it online for the parents who want to stay home. Cause, I know some people like it either way or the other. So, that's what I was hoping to get to the end of the year. But Shonda said, no, we still can't have the meeting in the schools for this school year.
I think that's probably going to be the best option, is that once the new school year starts up, it's still going to be like having it both ways. The people who can and want to be at the school can go there, but then also doing a live stream and chatting that way.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the best way.
And the live streaming, I'm going to honestly say, is going to have to be dependent upon Adam. He is my technical guru who puts everything on YouTube. And I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, I was like having panic attacks about doing this and how to set it up. I actually had to go to his house because I was just frantic about how to do a Google Meets. So that would depend on Adam if we can still do that for next year. I don't know if he's willing to stay on and be the artsy technical person.
We'll see how next year goes as we get closer. If nothing else, I can probably train somebody to at least get it set up in the beginning, and then they can just rinse and repeat for the other meetings. And I'll do some research this summer over the best way we could try and have people active in the meeting from online without it being really bad connections inside the school or really poor audio. But we can figure something out. If nothing else, we may just start online and then move to in person once we get approval from the school district.
Okay. I didn't want to assume, yeah, we can do it online when I have pretty much, Adam has set this all up. And so,
a quick question. Was there any interest at the PTC table during kindergarten roundup?
there was, I have added those parents to the parent list on the email I have that I sent out yesterday. So they are added to that list. The thing is like, we can't go to the school and say, hey, give us all the parents' email addresses. Parents have to physically give me their email address like they did at Connect to Kinder. Usually the schools have like an open house, like right before school opens or like in the first couple of weeks. And PTC usually has had a table there. And then we get a lot of parents interested at that point to come in. So
yeah, I think if we meet over the summer and at least have maybe like a list of events and things, and just have things ready for people to sign up already there at that open.
Yep. And we used to do that just again with COVID,
right.
Everything. I mean, I think our first couple of meetings was trying to do phone calls, and then we moved to Facebook, and then we find like, oh, Google Meet. So, oh, thank you, Adam, for posting that about submitting the background checks. Thank you for getting that in there. Can you also put it on YouTube?
Yeah, I put it on YouTube a while ago, and like I should put it in this chat too for everyone that's here. Or you can always find it on our website, www.northgreshemptc.com.
So I think kind of the majority is that we're going to table on deciding when, where, and how to do the PTC meetings until we find out next year. Just because there's a lot of things up in limbo. And one thing I've learned is we never put anything in concrete because it always changes. But yes, definitely, Maria, we can definitely meet about what to do for next year and ideas. And I can at least let you know what we have done in the past. And then you and Katie and next year can kind of take it on. Is there, so we
another quick question.
Yeah.
Have there ever been an instance where people would share a position, like have two secretaries?
Yeah.
You know, someone couldn't commit to all the meetings or whatever, they can do every other.
Yeah, 1 year actually, Katie was our treasurer. I was listed as our secretary, but together we were doing the volunteer coordinator position.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've had people split it half and half. We've had people split positions, or this person takes every other month or something like that.
Don't we officially have like a treasurer and a co-treasurer and then things like that too? Like we had two treasurers at one point.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we have a treasurer and a co-treasurer. So the treasurer generally kind of does, and Katie may say I'm doing this wrong, but I believe the treasurer does the books and the co-treasurer handles the money, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And the idea was there was a checks and balances. It was the same person not taking the money to the bank and also recording it in the book. So it was just kind of a checks and balances to make sure of everything. Again, with COVID, it kind of all got switched around. I kind of been doing the co-treasurer, but Katie's been keeping the books. That way, again, it's a little bit kind of separated. But yeah, I mean, you guys can decide if a couple of parents who are willing, to do a position together. If that works for you guys, that works for us. Well, not even really us. It'll be you guys next year. So, but don't worry, I'll be around to help out too.
Thank you.
So are there any other questions, concerns? We have about 10 minutes left for our PTC meeting. That was kind of it on everything, but we have about 10 minutes left in case anyone wants to ask any questions or say anything. Okay, well then I am sad to say this is my last board meeting as president because Maria will be taking the tons for next year. Thank you, Katie, for being our treasurer, I believe for the last 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. Only 4? Okay, only 4.
No, I said all the years.
Were you when the kids were Oh yeah, you took it over when the kids were in kindergarten. Oh gosh, yeah.
First, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Richard, thank you for being our vice president and doing the book fair. I really appreciate all your help this last couple of years.
Nice. Thanks.
I know this week's probably been hard for you. It's book fair week, so you're probably like, what day is it? But thank you.
And Maria, if you're taking over as president, you will have Adriana there to work with on book fair.
Awesome. Oh, quick question. Book fair. There is a fall and spring event, right? Usually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And Maria and Adriana, I'll be emailing you guys along with Katie so we can all kind of connect and meet with you guys in June.
Okay, sounds good.
And Adam, thank you for all your help these last couple of years and figuring out how to do everything online, getting our website going, getting Google Meets and YouTube and that website. That was, I'm sure you and Amanda stayed up for hours working on that a few years ago.
Yeah, there was a few nights where like I'm supposed to go to bed. All right, one more thing.
Oh, I only have work in 3 hours and still do a full-time job and get the kids off to school.
Yep. No, I appreciate everybody else's help, and Amanda especially on helping design and give input on how to make it and what to put on there. Because I do the technical side. I don't do the wordy side so well.
Well, that's when your wife is your yin to your yang. In case anyone doesn't know, Amanda, who's also on here, she might wave or if I get embarrassed her enough. She was our volunteer coordinator and Adam's personal assistant to everything. And for about 2 years, PTC landed a lot on her shoulders. And she's no longer on the board, but she has been helping out and still a parent and active. So I do appreciate everything you've done.
And she was book fair chair there for a couple of years and did an awesome job at decorating.
Yes.
And she did say that if Adriana needed any help, that they can probably talk to each other and get a little bit of help out of her, since she's going to still be, her daughter's going to still be there for a few years.
Yeah, I need your phone number.
I'm sorry, it's enlisted.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
As long as you don't keep texting her like at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning a couple times like I had been with Amanda, I think she'll be okay. And then we also had Kat helping out a lot this last couple of years behind the scenes with helping me with merchandise and some of the fundraisers and events. She had helped me on the side in the evenings and after school. So I really appreciate your help, Kat, for everything you have done. I know normally you're eating dinner with the family, so you're muted and don't really talk, but I know you can hear me. So I just wanted to let you know I appreciate it.
She was instrumental in setting up movie night too.
Oh, yes. Kat was part of our, we had a committee that we called the Family Event Night Committee, and their job was kind of to plan non-fundraising events, our movie night. We had a talent show. I know that they had more ideas, and then COVID kind of cut it because we were already talking about a couple more events.
That was our last big hurrah before they shut everything down the next day.
Hi, Kat. Yes,
Hi.
actually.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting in the car. I just picked up Abby from dance. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Our talent show was actually the last school event, and then Friday was no school. Monday was closed due to COVID, and then they went to spring break, and then the school was officially closed for the rest of the year. So our talent show was our last pre-COVID event. And I actually came home with COVID, not knowing at that time I did. I thought I was just feeling tired. But luckily, no one said they got COVID, so I'm so glad for that. And then lastly, I want to thank the parents who have been supporting PTC these last couple of years and, keeping us going, even if you've been quiet. But thank you for all your guys' help. We do appreciate it. And for at least supporting us through the fundraising, the merchandise. We used to do popcorn. We used to do a number of events. And I'm hoping that we can PTC can get back to doing more of that once we're out of this whole COVID thing. But I do appreciate everybody's help and participation these last couple of years. I think I'm kind of sad now. Sorry. Okay, but we have 4 minutes left to the meeting's officially ended. But is there anything else anybody has?
Thank you, Heather, for all you've done.
Oh, you're welcome, Amanda, and thank you for all those late night phone calls and helping out. Okay, well, I will stay on for the next 4 minutes in case anybody has any questions, but we'll officially adjourn the meeting at 7:26. If you have any questions, the president's email will always be northgreshamptc@gmail.com. So Maria will get access to all of that. And then we also have the Facebook, North Gresham PTC, and our website. I believe those are all still be going on next year. The website's northgreshamptc.com. Facebook, North Gresham. I think it's actually written out Parent Teacher Club. And then my email is northgreshamptc@gmail.com. So if anyone has need anything else, we'll stay on. If not, bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure you had my phone number.
Oh, yes. Hold on 1 second. Adam, are we still live on YouTube? She may not want that going out.
We are still live. Let me go ahead and get this meeting ended on there, and then you can talk in private.